Sunday, September 23rd, and we arrived in Lima today. You can go. We arrived in Lima today, and we're staying now in the Barranco district, and we're gonna try this restaurant which was recommended for ceviche. So the name of the place is Cantarana. It has a lot of character. Okay, so this place is known for good, reasonably priced ceviche. It's a fish ceviche, less than $12. Okay, so second course is fried fish. So Barranco is an area of Lima that at one time it was luxurious, I guess in the early 1900s, and then it became run down. Now it's become a very hip and cool part of Lima, and a lot of artists live in this area. Alright, I'm standing in the plaza of Barranco with a lot of colonial era buildings. I don't know the date. So it's a Sunday afternoon. It looks like this is a lively neighborhood. So that's the famous Bridge of Sighs in Barranco. So look how skinny that house is. So there's an extensive beach that runs up and down the coast here. Alright, here's a popular activity right in Lima.
Ricas, pequeñas.
Alright, it's Tuesday morning, September 25th. We're going home tomorrow. It's about 8:48. And just showing a little bit of Barranco here. This is the Sands, S-A-E-N-S-Z, Peña Boulevard. There's a nice hotel there. Might check it out later for the bar. So there's quite a bit of those big beautiful houses there. Some of them date to colonial times, but some are, you know, from the 1800s. Okay, so another one of the beautiful mansions in the Barranco neighborhood. The Barranco was a beach resort, actually. I guess people who lived up in central Lima, which is kind of far from here, would come down here and have another house, the wealthy people, and use it as their beach home. It's at 30 minutes by car, so I can imagine back in the 1800s it was probably a long trip. Here at the end of Sans Peña. There's a lookout to the ocean. I've seen this on YouTube, but I didn't know where it was before. Now I know. The nicest thing about Lima is this walkway or malecón that extends from down here in Barranco all the way up through Miraflores. Bike riding and jogging. So some of the old houses around here in Barranco, quite beautiful. I wish I knew the age. Yo de Nueva York.
Ah, ok.
Mucho museo.
Yo soy el artista, I am
Sí.
artist.
You're an artist, yes. You did these?
Sí.
So this is the
José Antonio.
Jose Antonio Gallery in a colonial building.
Sí.
Sí.
Tiene más de 100, casi 200 años.
Yeah. Okay, so inside an art gallery in Barranco, in a colonial building from the 1800s, because of the original tile. There's the Bridge of Sighs again.
Ya, estoy yendo.
Suspiros.
Estoy acá en el parque.
Alright, so this bridge, this little wooden bridge, is a big tourist site. The bridge is not too interesting, but this is. This looks like a very old house. That's how they build the walls all over Peru. Clay, bricks, adobe. So there's two museums near each other, the Pedro Asma, and the Testino. I'm going to the Testino. I'm going to check out the Mate Museum. The guy was into photography.
I'm curious, and my curiosity, I guess, is what the law school and economy school, they were like the professions that I was expected to learn.
So the fashion photographer Tessino did photographs of the native people of Peru. So apparently the photographer Tessino did a fashion shoot with Princess Diana. The last fashion shoot she did before she died. Trying a ride on the bus. Alright, Alright, I just took a 5-minute ride. It cost about 50 soles, 50 centavos. So I just took a ride from the Mate Museum to the Plaza Barranco, and it was 50 soles, which is about 15 cents. You just have to hang on tight because they drive fast. Alright, so here's the famous graffiti in the Barranco neighborhood. Okay, we're having some scallop ceviche today. It's delicious. Cooked. They don't cook it. It cooks in the lime juice and the vinegar. Very popular here in Peru. Did you enjoy your ceviche scallop?
Yeah, my mouth is burning. It is burning hot. And it's really good.
Alright, so we're here for the second time in Barranco Cantarana, the singing frog. Now we'll have some grilled fish with mushroom sauce. Alright, first we'll start off with this papa relleno. It's a potato dish with something stuffed inside. Alright, so that's short ribs, some beans. Okay, so stopped off on the way back home for our nightly chocolate cake. Only $2. Yum. Buenos días. Okay, so we're in Barranco, a lovely little area of Lima. All right.
What does that mean?
Teamwork.
The mural right here.
Okay, walking around Barranco near this Suspira bridge. A sculpture of an ant, giant ant. This is very nice.
Yeah.
This neighborhood, Barranco, is filled with colonial era mansions from the 19th century, the middle 1800s. And I believe it was very run down at one point, but now it's gentrified.
Where?
What you just did.
Oh, you just...
Wait. Alright, here's a beautiful mansion that hasn't been restored yet. From the 1800s. Alright, so now we're walking some of the back streets of Barranco, which the owner of the hotel recommended. There's like a little plaza. It might be by that church or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another little plaza here. I don't think too many tourists get to this spot, but the owner of the hotel told me about it. A nice old church. Looks a little different than the other Spanish churches, no?
This is San Francisco.
San Francisco?
Yeah, San Francisco.
Okay, Iglesia San Francisco in the Barranco part of Lima. Okay, now I know what they did with my old Nissan. They sent it to Peru and it's still running. And I think that's Kenny Odette's Volkswagen, but they painted it blue. Another lovely colonial mansion. Actually, I think they call it Republican. Anything built after the independence of Peru is called Republican. So that's 1820s or later. More graffiti. Oh look, it's the do you see this one? The Beatles. Day after day, alone on a hill, a man with a foolish grin. Right? Okay, so this is the block where the hotel is, the 3B Barranco. A good choice. Very nice hotel. They call it a B&B, but it's more like a boutique hotel. Killing some time here. We're at the Cafe Bodega Verde coffee shop. We're having cappuccino at the Bodega Verde in Barranco, Peru, Lima.